What's up guys, this is Tim. Today I like to show you how we keep our baby boas. So a lot of you are asking how we keep our baby boas, and in one of the last videos I've been showing you how we are setting up the babies once we collected them out of the cage after birth, and how we are keeping them till they got out of their first shed, etc, etc. Once they finish their first shed, we keep them together for like around 2 more weeks before we're gonna separate them. And these are the typical racks, how they look like when we separated them. Every single box here got its own card. These are, so far they are only blank, but already the color is telling me about the sex of the animal. So we choose a white card for a male, and we have like a pink card for the ladies, but there are also like a green color is that are the keepers. They are my most favorite ones. And yeah, what we do with these cards is that we are documenting everything important according to the animal. That is why we are separating them, and keeping them in racks. Of course, I can take a whole litter, put it in a cage, and they would have more space for sure, but I do have a challenge to be able to tell you as a customer, have they been feeding properly, have they been feeding regular, do they have a challenge with digestion, do they have a challenge when it comes to proper shed, etc, etc. So we can pay way more close attention to the single animal, and we know way better about the conditions of the animal. And that is my most important task, if you want to put it like this, to make sure that the animals are in the most perfect condition that can be before we're gonna hand them over to a potential customer. Just to give you an example, let me get a card. So this is a VPI Aztec Leopard, for example, born in 2021. So you're gonna find the sex here. Of course, the color already tells me what it is, but we also put a sign on it as well. We have the ident number here, but we are also documenting, of course, what is what morph are we talking about, especially when it comes to heads. It's pretty important to put this on the card as well. But we are also monitoring. We are not monitoring every single meal, because we are assuming they are feeding once a week. What we put on is if an animal was not feeding, if they rejected a prey, that is the most important part for us. Otherwise, we are assuming that everything is fine if we have no note on the card. Back when we started breeding, we put every single date on a card, and you needed to change the cards all over and over again, because you have like 50, 60, 100 of feeding times you have to document. So we just make it the other way around. If there is a challenge, then we put a remark on the card, so we are able to pay closer attention. We are monitoring the amount of sheds an animal had within the lifespan. However, we are also, as you probably know, are testing our animals very closely when it comes to arena virus or other sort of virus as well. Therefore, you also find remark like a T that this animal already has been tested. We have like a big documentation. We have lots and lots of documents here. These are all test results of our animals, and these are only the test results from 2018 or adult to 2018. this here is for the 2021 animals so far. But all right, so that's it for what it looks like with these cards. But also what we are doing is we are putting these colored dots on the rec box itself, and so one color stands for 1 liter. So what we want to achieve is that we are 100. You cannot be 100% sure, but we try our best to make sure that you are not switching boxes between litters. Every litter got its own kind of cleaning box. So that's like an empty box at the end of the litter. So that's kind of, that's a cleaning box at the end of the row. So you're preparing this cleaning box, and then you are just replacing the animal, and you get out the box that needs to be cleaned. So that makes it way easier. Before we have been using it like this, that you keep the animal in the hand and you are doing one-handed cleanup. That doesn't make sense at all. Or you need another additional box because somewhere you need to put the animal during your cleaning the rec box. So in this case, if every litter got its own cleaning box, it is way more efficient, and you also avoid mixing between different litter. So let's talk about the setup of our rec system. It is pretty simple. We try to keep it as simple as possible. We don't use bedding. For the babies, we are using newspaper. According to our experience, this is a really good choice. We do have a water bowl, and we do have a hiding place. We already have done a video about how we are feeding our boas, especially for the first time. We put a link up here, so check this out as well if you haven't seen it yet. And these hiding places, they are pretty easy to create. In fact, it's like a kitchen bowl, so that is quite easy, and it's also quite easy to clean it. So we have a dishwasher just for our hiding places and for the water bowls. So that's really easy. And this hiding place also plays a role when you are feeding the babies for the first time. But please check out the video I mentioned before. We have a bit more to talk about. These rec systems, they are from Lanzo cages, so we're gonna put a link down below if you want to check them out. All of our rec systems are from Lanzo, so feel free to check them out. What we are also using to regulate the heat, so every level of rec system got an own heat tape. So you can have a closer look. On top you can see the heat tape, hopefully, and this heat tape is regulated. Of course, you have like an external sensor, and we always had a problem with the external sensor, so we are blocking one box to avoid. Before we have the sensor in a box with where actually an animal was inside, but to clean it you also need to take out the sensor. Yeah, we are all humans, so mistakes are happening, and we want to avoid potential overheating as much as possible. So we decided, okay, let's take one box and block it, so you are not able to get it out at all, and but we can be 100% sure that no one forgets to put the sensor back in. We are also working with these Inkbirds device here, and they are quite nice. Right now we do have a slight challenge here with our Wi-Fi, so that's not working, but I'm gonna be able to make another video about it later to show you the surface, because you have an own app for this, so you are able to control and your heat, to check the heat, but also to influence the heat wherever you are. And that's really quite nice. We had some starting challenges, to be honest. So this is like the second try, the second delivery we got from them, and this is working really perfectly. Give it a try and let me know what you think about it. Okay, and what we also did is a friend of mine here. He's an electrician, and what we have done is to avoid. Okay, you don't want to unplug every heat mat, etc., etc. What we've done here is that this tower consists out of two different levels that are just stacked on each other. So what we did here is that we just can turn it off like this. If there are no animals in, we can just turn off the heat and can easily turn it on again if necessary. Before we had to like unplug every heat mat individually, but that's just how we did it, and I'm pretty sure there are a lot of other possibilities how you can handle this. And yeah, it would be super interesting for me to know how you are doing it, how you're setting up your babies, and what are your experiences. Just leave a comment below. It's always super interesting, and I'm reading every single comment, that's for sure. Yeah, let me know below how you are keeping your babies, and consider to subscribe to this channel, otherwise I've heard your next little slugs out. So, okay, so I just been told that's too rough, so maybe if you're not subscribing, your snake is not kissing you anymore. So I however, I just recommend, damn it, you just should subscribe, okay? That's it, please. All right, so yeah, see you next time, Thursday, 6 p.m. What is it? Central European, whatever time. You know where to find the videos, and I'm definitely gonna make an Instagram post about it as well. See you soon. Bye bye.